welcome back to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And if this is the very first time that you found my YouTube channel, yay, you found me, finally. I've been waiting for you. My goal is to give everyone the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time and money, and sometimes both, watching a specific film. Be sure and subscribe and even click on that little bell notification and it'll notify you every time I upload a new movie review or trailer reaction. All right, so the movie I'm reviewing today is called The Wolf and the Lion. This French-Canadian film is now available on video on demand. It's rated PG and is an hour and 39 minutes. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked, didn't like, offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, movie lines, and even recommendations for other movies that I think you'll also like if you like this one. All right, so first, in a nutshell, Brian 𝐓𝐡𝐞37 is one of my subscribers, and I love my subscribers. He asked me to review this movie. Well, you know, I'm assuming it's a he based on the name Brian 𝐓𝐡𝐞37, but I don't actually know. But I'm always happy to take requests. And I'm also really happy that he recommended this film because it really slipped under my radar. While critics have given this movie a staggering low score of 27%, on Rotten Tomatoes, audiences have loved it and ranked it at a high 90%. The film is directed by Gilles Desmastres. I'm sure I didn't say that name right, but he's a French filmmaker. The story is about 20-year-old Alma. And Alma, by the way, in Spanish means soul, which I think is an appropriate name for this movie, or for her character. Anyway, she returns to her childhood home after her grandfather dies. He took care of this little island in the heart of the Canadian forest, and now it belongs to the kind-hearted Alma. She accidentally comes across and rescues two helpless little cubs, a wolf and a lion. They forge an inseparable bond, but their world soon collapses as the forest ranger discovers the animals and takes them away. So the two little cub brothers must now embark on a treacherous journey to be reunited with one another and Alma once more. So at the end of the movie, we learn that the film was actually based on a true story. The real wolf and lion are living together in a protected sanctuary in Canada. I think knowing that ahead of time makes the movie viewing better, because otherwise you're like, oh yeah, right, sure, this would ever happen. And then when you find out it's real, you're like, oh, and then you're like, that's pretty amazing. And it is. It's the story itself is remarkable. So let me tell you some of the things that I really liked about the movie. First of all, the only member of the cast that I recognized at all in the movie was Graham Greene. I'm always happy to discover new actors. And so other than the animals, the star of the movie is the beautiful Molly Kuntz. I had never seen her in anything before. And she won't win any Academy Awards with her performance and acting in this movie, but she's lovely to watch as Alma. And she actually plays the piano in real life, and she plays it in this movie as well. I'd like to see what else she can do. She's just a very likable personality, I guess. There is beautiful music throughout the entire movie. And in fact, music is used as a healing device for many of the characters, including the animals. The animals are real in the movie and completely beautiful and adorable. And that makes this movie fairly remarkable as well. They're not CGI, they're real animals. And I'm just like, that's amazing. There's stunning nature and cinematography in the film, and it is quite a sight to see a lion and a wolf playing together in the snow. I wanted to see more of them and less of the humans, and that's basically what leads me into the things that I didn't like about the movie. The emotion is definitely heavy-handed, and you feel lectured to about animal rights and animal welfare. Even though you haven't done anything wrong, you kind of feel like you're in trouble. And you kind of feel like you're in trouble for liking this movie and cheering them on and wanting Alma to keep them in her home, which is a terrible thing people should never do. The plot is fairly predictable. Some of the humans are just really dumb. Their conversations and decisions are often aggravating to watch. And while you definitely feel sympathy for the animals, the story is a bit problematic, in my opinion, because it makes the average person think that raising wild animals in your home is a good idea and that it's even safe and just fun and that you're helping the animals ultimately. And so you need to be really careful. And if you watch this with kids, point out the dangers that were not represented in the movie. And a few of them are, but many of them are not. So just saying. And it's also interesting because there are two characters who have opposing values. They both love and want to help animals, but they go about it in two very different ways. So talk to your family about that and their choices. And I think that could make some really good conversation with your family. Some of the acting just is simply bad. I would have loved to have seen the cubs as babies longer. They grow up in the blink of an eye, and we miss a lot of the potential cute moments as, little cubs, little babies. The resolution at the end of the movie is kind of vague and feels rushed. All of a sudden, there are so many unaddressed loose ends, and the movie's over, and you're like, wait, what about? And what about? I think most audiences would be more entertained by just watching these two animals playing and running around together, with not so much human interaction. Let me give you some tips for parents. First of all, there is talk of people dying. There's some profanity, weapons. You see news clippings of animal abuse, and especially at the circus, people are in perilous situations. Now, because the circus is mentioned and shown in a very negative light, you might want to talk to your kids about the circus as well. Here are some of the themes that are illustrated pretty well in the movie. First of all, kindness to animals and to humans. One of the characters is just more than one. Some of the characters are just super rude to each other. And I was just like, that's weird. Healing is another theme. Family, friendship, animal exploitation and abuse, of course, animal rights, anti-circus sentiment, and environmentalism. So my overall movie review mom grade is a B-. I think that the movie was well intended and wanted to share a true story that is remarkable, but there were some missing elements that make it a little problematic. Now, before I go, let me give you some recommendations for some other movies that I think you'll also enjoy if you do like this one. It's called Homeward Bound, the first movie. It's an older movie, but a classic. Animals taking a journey to get back home. And then a more recent one that I instantly thought of is called Rogue. It stars Megan Fox. Now, it's not a great movie, but it is definitely about animal activism and poaching and features lions in Africa. And of course, the beautiful Megan Fox. So just wanted to give you a shout out on that one. I did a movie review of that. So you can find that on my movie review YouTube channel if that sounds intriguing to you. But know ahead of time, it's not a fantastic, greatest movie of all time kind of a thing. All right, that is it for my review. I hope if you watch this that you do enjoy it and focus on the good that's in the movie and just celebrate the fact that this was a true story, which is amazing, and how animals and the environment in this world is an incredible place. All right, have a fantastic day. Be sure and follow me on Instagram, either as Trina Boice, which is my name, or Movie Review Mom. And subscribe, of course, like the video, and tell all your friends to come on over here and join us. Thank you again so very much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.